Hey there, what's up? It's Johnny here, and welcome to another episode of the 3C Show, the show that's full of photography love. Now, this week on the show, I have got a beautiful image here from one of the Team 3CX members. June would just like to give her flowers, give her flowers to me to give them some love. That's what I was trying to say. Anyway, let's jump over here to our presets. It's a really cool image. I'm not sure what type of flower it is, but yeah, it's cool. I dig it. All right, let me just give myself, that's good language, John. Give myself a bit of room here. I'm just going to drag these two panels off to the left and the right so we can see a bit more of that image there. And, all right, first things first, edge detection. I'm looking around the edges, a couple of things. This image, this bud here, we might crop out. This leaf here is not really doing anything. It's on the border of the plane of focus there. So I'm thinking we can keep the same aspect ratio, but let's just have a play. And I think that's a much more balanced image. Maybe it's more around the focus on this lower third here. Yeah, I'm digging it. I like that crop. So let's have a look. Boom, chicka boom. That's pretty good. I'm loving that. All right, so let's move down our workflow. So it looks like it may have been an overcast day, but I'm going to go with cloudy. And I'm looking at the histogram up here, and we do have some highlights, which is up in this area, which we will bring them down. The shadows and everything else is pretty good. It's actually been a good capture there. You can see nothing's really clipped, so there's no blacks pushing up here, there's no shadows pushing up here, there's no whites pushing up this end, so we haven't lost any data, any information in this image. So it's looking pretty good. So we're not going to have to touch anything with exposure here. I will bring the highlights back a bit. Let's just nip them back here. I'm going to open the shadows up a little bit. Looking good. And then we can set the white and black points. So shift, double click whites, shift, double click blacks. Oh, it's already giving some punch. Look at that. Lovely. So moving on down, let's have a look at contrast here. So maybe we'll just add a little bit of contrast there. So we're going to zoom in here. Let's have a bit of a look because this is the important area, the thing that's in focus. So let's check out the sharpening. Yep, medium sharpening is looking good. And of course, every time we do our sharpening, we want to add a little bit of masking. So I'm just going to add the masking there. Yep, somewhere around there. So everything that's turning black is not being affected by that masking. Everything that's not being affected by that sharpening. Everything that is white is being affected. So noise reduction, let's have a just look. If I hit Command I, or Windows I, let's have a look. ISO was 400, quite low. There's going to be no noise in this image. The ISO was quite low. It'd be if there is, it'd be very minor. So I'm just going to add touch. Let's just do it over here with the preset, eh? Just a touch of noise reduction there. So vignette. Let's try medium because I think medium. Yeah, that might work actually. Let's go with medium. I've got a bit of a plan for this one. So I'm going to add a bit of medium vibrance. And I don't want to touch the clarity, and I don't think I want to add any dehaze. All right, so let's jump on up here. So we're going to go up to the finishing moves. Let's have a look. So a couple of things I think with this one for the finishing moves. I want to go down first, and I want to check out. I want to check out the curves contrast enhancer. So let's see what happens here. Let's do light. Yeah, that's looking good. Looking poppy. Love it. Look at all this information we've brought here. It's looking good. Now, I want to have a look at this radial spotlight because I believe this medium radial spotlight here, if I click on the tool, I want to bring these flowers to life. So look at that. I just want to bring, so I'm just going to zoom out a bit. Oh. And I clicked over there. So let's just play around with this here. So I'm just opening up those shadows. I'm actually going to open up those shadows a little bit more there. And that's looking pretty good. Yep, I'm liking that. So what I might do, because it's only affecting this area, is that I'm actually going to add a little bit of saturation there as well, just to give those flowers a little bit more punch. That's looking pretty good. And I might even just add a touch of clarity too, which is just going to help define those flowers a little bit more and make them pop from that background. So that's looking pretty good. I'm liking where that's headed. Now, I do think Now we've done a few adjustments that we can probably just open up the shadows a little bit there. Let's crank it right up. So let's go before, after. Oh, hang on there. I've clicked something else. Let's undo. White clipping. Yeah, that's probably not what we need. So before, after. And I think that's looking pretty good. Pretty natural. When you look at the image, what is the first thing you see? It's this here. Two things, okay? One, June nailed it. Absolutely nailed the focus on this. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So you can see everything else around these bunch of four little flowers here is basically in bokeh. Okay, so it's nice and soft in the background. So the focus is what's nailed. Secondly, the way I've processed it, I've brought these highlights down over here and I've darkened down the background with a bit of vignetting and also opened up the shadows in this area to really highlight this ring of flowers. So I've basically relit the scene. If you have a look from the original RAW, you can see, yep, they're definitely the focus, but even more so now when I've not only saturated that area just slightly so those yellows and pinks are popping out, but I've also accented that area by making it the brightest part of the image now. So your eye is absolutely drawn to that ring of flowers. Now, not only that, we gave it a little bit of a crop. Okay, so whenever you're taking your image, you want to do something that's called like border patrol, but it's fine. I mean, if you realize there's something on the border like this bud that's half cut off, or this leaf that's on the plane of focus there that's a little bit distracting, and you realize you can crop that out in post, it doesn't matter. You can certainly go ahead and do that, or you can remove it in post with Photoshop if you need to. But you can see by just, by just cropping those two things out there, removing those border distracting elements, you can see we've just basically made the flowers look absolutely awesome. So just tweaking it there, I just moved the exposure up half a stop. I just felt like it needed half a stop there. So, you know, it's all about just tweaking and playing, and it's looking awesome. So there you go. That's the main things. Is I've darkened down the background. June has absolutely nailed the focus. I've cropped out those distracting elements on the sides. I've added a little bit of saturation to this area along the flowers here. And they're just the main focus of this image now. It's, you know, you can open this image and show it to anyone and their eye will be directed directly to the brightest, sharpest, the most saturated thing in the image. And it's awesome. So I hope you enjoyed this one. I know I was a bit all over the place, but you know what? I'm getting married very soon and I'm moving into my new house. So times are crazy. And my head is spinning. But life is great, you know. I'm loving living every day and I'm loving getting your awesome feedback. You guys rock, man. So remember, if you ever need help with anything, send an email to help@3colors.co because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to help you with your photography. And this has been Johnny for 3 Colors. 3colors.co, the site that's full of photography love. And I'll talk to you again soon. All right, I'm out. Peace.